Luke John Harrison here. Welcome to episode 157 of the Daily Boom! And so it brings me to talking directly to overthinkers, worriers, procrastinators. Because I think this video is going to help you guys a shit ton. Because I've been there, and I sometimes occasionally find myself slipping back into these traits of overthinking and worrying about what if, replaying past events. Well, it happened once, so it's bound to happen again. Well, it's just, maybe it'll just happen exactly the same way as it happened before. Expectations that we carry. So, if you're an overthinker, what do you overthink about? Likely you overthink about past experiences that you've had, which are still replaying in your mind. Likely you think about what might happen, the fear of people not understanding you, the fear of you doing something stupid, the fear of it not working out and you looking stupid to others, the fear of it working out and then you're not able to keep it up and then people talk shit about you behind the back, the fear of you going on social media, getting talked about, the fear of people in your life telling you that they no longer want to be with you. Fear. Overthinking is fear, right? Here's the thing with overthinking. A lot of it stems from the past. Well, to be honest, it all stems from the past because the future hasn't happened. The reason you're overthinking is from likely a past influence. Some kind of influence from the past, from somebody you've been around, grew up with, whatever, has influenced you into being insecure about yourself. And so the overthinking trait comes in a lot of us. And it comes in a lot of people with really great minds. Minds that are prepared to think. But overthinking causes fear, procrastination, worry, anxiety, depression. So, here's the thing with overthinking. Past thoughts, let's go there. Past thoughts cannot be changed. The past cannot be changed. But however, it can be understood. What's happened to you in the past can be fully understood. Now, you may think you understand it, but if you fully understood it for what it was, you wouldn't overthink it. You would be able to accept it. Now, what happens when we understand the truth of something, the absolute, clear, precise truth of an event? We're no longer scared of it because we know. The fear goes. When we it's the things that we don't understand that we fear, right? We fear the things that we haven't accomplished yet. We fear the things that have happened to us that we fully didn't understand why they happened to us. That's why we fear them happening again. But if we understand the truth, we're in a very powerful place. Have a think about that for a second. Understanding what's true and what's not. Because let's say an event happened to you years ago. In your head, you're playing out, they should not have done that to me. They were in the wrong. Why was I put in this position? I only did this, this, and this. Now, if this event was 10, 20 years ago, even 5 years ago, whatever, well, it doesn't really matter about time, but let's say that in your head, you're playing it out one way. In the other person's head, who was the culprit or whatever of it, it's playing out a totally different way. And then from the outside perspective of the person who watched it, it played out a completely different way. There's your side, there's their side, and there's a third side. Which side is true? Not to say that none of them are, not to say that all of them are, not to say that one of them is. But there is truth. And it's the truth that you fully understand and fully believe, because the likelihood is you might be believing something that happened years ago to be actually worse off than it is. Because guess what? The reality of a situation is always kinder than your thoughts in your head. And you have to remember what you imagine happened might not have happened exactly how you thought it. You might be adding stuff in there. You might be thinking that it's a bigger deal than what it actually is. If you fully come to terms with it and fully understand it, then you are no longer scared of it. And the truth is so powerful. The truth will set you free. But you need to understand it for what it is. And I think a lot of us get roped up into everything being perfect, or we can't move forward. So we strive for perfection, like this has to be this way exactly, otherwise I'm not doing it, or this has to be this way and it needs to be sorted exactly how I need to sort it, perfection, so I'm perfectly happy with it and then I can move on. But here's the thing with perfection. Perfection, if perfection is the focus, then we can no longer learn and grow properly. We have to learn from our mistakes. We have to fail our way to success. We have to learn to live with failures. We have to learn from our mistakes. We have to understand that if we reach perfection, then we can no longer grow. Because what is perfect? Perfect is impossible. There is no such thing as perfect. But what there is a will to get better. And understand that you'll never be perfect. You might look at people on social media and say, what a perfect life they have. What a perfect body they have. What a perfect mindset they have. What a perfect amount of money they have. What a perfect home they have. What a perfect partner they have. What perfect children they have. But it's not perfect. It just looks perfect in your head. If you reach perfection, you can no longer grow, and then what is there to challenge you? Life would be boring if everybody was perfect, right? You have to understand we all have flaws and difficulties and worries. We all have aspirations. We all have goals and targets and timelines, and we all have things that are challenging to us, things that are inspiring to us, things that we want to do, things that we're struggling with. Nobody in the world is perfect. Perfection is just a stupid thing that we have in our heads because we view others and think that they have it perfect, when really most people don't. And most people on social media do not share the truth of when they're struggling. So don't believe everything that you see and hear. Sometimes we have to ask ourselves one question, and that is it really true? Is what we're actually thinking or overthinking about actually really true? Is it true that I'm going to lose my job tomorrow? Is it true that my partner's going to leave me tomorrow? Is it true that all my clients are going to leave tomorrow? Is it true that I am going to be useless and fed up and homeless tomorrow? Is it true that someone's going to hate me and I'm going to be outed on social media for being a fraud straight away tomorrow? Is it true? Is it true? Is it true? Or are we just letting these thoughts build up in our head and think, fuck, I can't deal with it? The thing that I'm going to leave you with here, because it's quite a long video, is the likelihood is what you're believing to be true and overthinking about actually isn't true. And who would you be if you showed up without the thought? Just without that overthinking thought? Do you think you'd be more calmer? Do you think you'd progress more and get more shit done? Do you think you'd be a little bit more relaxed in yourself? Do you think you'd make better food choices? Do you think you'd look after yourself more? Do you think that you would be a nicer person to be around? The likelihood is the answer to that question is yes. So just consider the thought. When you're overthinking, what is the thought? I am worried about, okay, that's fine. Is it really true? Is it really true? Peace out, my friends. Share this video, help some people today. See you later.